What's up, guys and girls? How you doing today? We're back with another video for you guys. So today we're doing Talk the Real, and today we're talking about feminism.
It's gonna be a heated debate though. I can already feel it.
Spicy. So okay, it won't be a debate, it'll just be their opinion. So if they start debating about it, I'll come and moderate them and all. Because even I'm not even joining this because I know how it's gonna get like really heated. So today we have
I'm Nate.
Kylie.
And your boy Ian. Who's not gonna be in this video. Okay, you'll see me once in a while, but and we'll try to make the video less because you guys we talked about the time. So I'll try to cut it short and sweet so you get all the juicy parts. So we're gonna start today.
Ladies first as always.
No,
It can't be feminism, so let me
rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. Since we're talking about equality here.
Alright.
This is
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Let's 2 out of 3. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. 1, 2. I'm predicting you for days. You did.
He starts. One more time.
So, one more time. As always, ladies first. You won. You start.
Okay. So feminism. Do I need to describe what feminism is?
I think it's better if we clarify what we understand about what feminism is first.
Yeah.
So to me, feminism is, as the dictionary says, equality in terms of politics, social and economic situation. So that's what feminism is to me.
This is gonna be a very heated gender debate. But anyway, my definition of feminism would be a sector of, more like a party that advocates for female genders to be leaders. Or yeah, basically that's it. Advocating female genders to be leaders of today's world and of tomorrow's. Yeah. So there's gonna be a big gender stereotype going on over here, but personally, the feminism that was back in the days, and the feminism that's in right now are completely different. I would support the one that was there before because from long time there's always been gender oppression against females because there's that stereotypical notion that they should be the one taking care of the houses, being in the kitchen, cooking food, taking care of the kids and fulfilling their duties to their hard-working husbands. And if something was to go wrong in the family, it's usually the woman's fault, or at least it was back then. And there were some brave women who came up together, formed a party, had movements here and there, and established or at least made the world aware that females can also do what males can do. And they were heard, and in today's world you can see leaders that are well-established leaders, starting from, I actually don't have any. Okay, our presidents, the president of Liberia.
Yeah, how many are there? You can't even.
No, the president of Germany, and also the current US candidate, Hillary Clinton, I think. Yeah, that's how it started. But if you look at it right now, in my perspective, it's gonna be a bit too much. Feminism should be stopped.
Why?
Okay, because everyone is aware, like people of this time already are aware of what should be done and what should be right and wrong, and why we should be working together. Yeah, you'll give it some time until it settles down. I mean, you can't just expect a whole biblical era of male favoritism to just die out within like 50 years. I mean, it's gonna take time. And us youth guys should be the ones advocating for it, and we should be honoring it. And that's why we should be moving more towards gender equality than feminism.
But feminism is a platform to achieve gender equality.
It was, that's exactly what I said. It was back in the day. Still is.
I beg to do. Because think about it this way. You're thinking, yes, there are many types of feminism, but you're thinking about the radical feminists. You're not thinking about the different types of feminists. Yeah,
Okay.
they're feminists. Let me give you my example. I believe in the equality, not supremacy. Equality in both sexes in terms of political and repeat again social and economic
social
situations.
Uh-huh.
So you can't tell me feminism should be abandoned. Say for instance, let me look for a random example. We both decide, okay, we're both taking a march to a certain place, and then you will be chill or whatever. I go by myself, I'll probably be heckled. And maybe if I'm with a guy, I wouldn't get heckled because I'm with a guy. There's still some situations where there's male supremacy, and for guys, it's still harder to be a successful woman than it is to be a man.
Yeah, exactly, because the people that were there in the 1970s are the same people that are here as leaders of today. That's why I said it wouldn't take 50 years to abolish everything that was there. Because the movement started like back in 1940s and 1950s, got noticed later in the 70s, 80s, and they're still being pushed up to this day. Everyone knows what's going on about the whole feminism or gender equality or inequality that's being done. Guys would ignore it. Why? Because most people tend to, or they come from a cultural background whereby females are supposed to be oppressed. Okay, let me generalize it that way. Oppressed, yeah? And that's from their cultural background. But from a globalized and modern background, we grow up as equals, basically. There's the whole point of greed taking over. Yes, you would want to take this, or you would want. There's that gender biasness, as in which if you were to choose a male as your partner in any sport events or any event that requires diligence and everything, or a woman, most people, like if it's a guy would mostly choose another guy because in our minds we're not still ready to accept, okay, maybe I can depend on this girl, yeah? Because it will show weakness.
Don't you think that's a problem?
It's a psychological problem, but it's something that can be explained also. Like for example, would you trust a guy to protect you or a girl to protect you?
It depends.
Be honest.
If they're
No,
both
let's
security
not.
guards, I trust
It's not about, you see? The thing is, when it comes to depending on someone else, we tend to take the ones that are.
Did you see when Obama came? Did you see the women that worked for the FBI? I'm not, whatever, Secret Service.
Yeah, the Secret Service.
Yeah.
They are trained enough.
They can protect me. Like I trust them more than the
But
watchman.
do you have access to them? Do you have access to them? That's also another question. Because a problem can occur here, but they're all the way over there. You wouldn't, because you need to use whatever is around you.
The issue is not gender. The issue is skill.
The issue is skill. Okay, anatomically speaking, which one is stronger? A male's anatomy or female's anatomy?
Physically, obviously,
the males,
yeah.
or even structural wise, males have more muscles than females, so there's also more durability and usability of
True. Although that's very simplistic to say because
yeah.
there are women out there who are.
No, I'm not. Yeah, that's physical only, but I'm not talking about mental and emotional. Because obviously, when it comes to emotional and mental development, women have higher status than the males. But when it comes to physicality or physical ability on a whole world scale, usually it's the males that are stronger. So there's that sense of being either superior or that sense of being an alpha male in the community. Yeah, you need, because for a guy it's more like you need to be strong so that you become a successful person. In the world, let's just say it, let's take it from this point of view. Yeah? For a girl, you either have to have, this is like a very simplistic term, you can disagree with it or not, but from what I grew up being told, yeah, a girl should have intelligence or beauty. Yeah. Because one way or another, if it's intelligent, she'll be successful in the world. Hardships are there, obviously. But if she's smart enough, if she's intelligent enough, she'll get noticed, she'll get somewhere. Or if she can't, she needs to be beautiful. Why? She can be married off.
Yeah, which is so...
That's why I said it's
you
simplistic.
don't see the problem in that. You don't see the issue in that.
Yeah, because when you grow up, you start seeing the issues. But when you're a kid, like from a kid's point of view, it's more like, yeah, It's like that. But for a guy, you either need to be intelligent or you need to be rich. And one thing about it is, if you're not rich, since it's not your cash, you need to be intelligent. You need to get something. If a guy is not intelligent, diligent, or even hardworking, he won't be in a position to support his family. He won't be in a position for his father to be proud of him. Because obviously, in a family, you need to surpass your dad, or sometimes you can't, but then you need to be at least near there for him to say, this is my son. The whole aspect of being proud.
Alright, I get that. But you see, what people fail to realize, I think the issue with most people, especially people who are against feminism, is that they try and look at things in a particular type of way. Like, for instance, those are two separate issues on their own. Because if I can figure out where this discussion is going, you're trying to tell me, there are things, like we're born a certain way. So that's what you're trying to say, guys are stronger physically.
Only physically. And I said emotionally, mentally, it's girls.
Yeah. You see, most of the time when people have an issue with feminism, they're like, oh, you see, the boy child, whatever, is being left behind, whatnot, stuff like that. So what do you think? What's your issue with feminism?
My issue with feminism is the point where some, if not most of the women, are using it as a form of protection. Yeah. Let's just say they advocate for gender equality, and you're just passing by, going somewhere at night walking, and then you see a guy hitting a girl. The first thing you're gonna say is, hitting, like proper punch. First thing that's gonna come into your mind, okay, save them or take pictures, what most people do these days. But when you realize, what you don't think for a moment is what could have initiated this fight. Like, a guy has just punched a girl. You've not seen whatever happened before it. All you're seeing is a guy has punched. Most people will be like, this guy is a douchebag.
Because he is.
Because he is. What if
it was a woman beating a man, I'd feel the same thing, this woman is a douchebag.
How many guys would do that? There's been a social experiment, you can check it on YouTube by the way, I don't know the title, but it was a case where a guy was harassing this woman. A guy was harassing this woman, and within 2 minutes someone stood up for her and said it's wrong to harass in public, When it was inverted in such a way, the girl was harassing him, no one reacted. For 20 minutes, no one said anything.
And that's the thing, you see, you're thinking about feminists in terms of supporting women. But the kind of feminism I know and the kind of feminism I do promotes the equality of both sexes. So regardless of whether it's about domestic violence or in terms of rape or whatever it is, let's say for instance, feminism to me is standing up for the guy just as much as I would stand up for the woman.
Yeah. And
because that's what gender equality is.
Exactly. So, but then gender equality is not the same as feminism.
Yes, that's why I say feminism is my platform to achieve gender equality, because there's been male privilege over the longest period, like
for a very long time.
For a very long time. Yeah. Let's just assume we're siblings. So we are born or whatever, we go into the same family. Because of the time and era we live in, we'll both be taken to school. Back in the day, probably I'd stay home and whatever.
Or you would be discouraged from going to school.
Yeah, also. Exactly. Yeah. But you see, however much we go to school now, there's still this sense of, okay, you're going to school to get a degree so that you can find a good husband. We're still raised to, especially women, we're still raised to think about marriage as the end goal. For guys, it's like, just be successful, marriage, but marriage is not a key factor. Like, there's still small things that happen, basically what I'm trying to say, there's still small things that happen that show that there's still male privilege. Like, I'll be told, okay, so, why is it? Let's say, now I'm getting confused. But, basically what I'm trying to say is that there's still male privilege, and with that, you can never achieve equality. That's why feminism exists for me. Feminism doesn't exist to bash men. And that's a misconception I think that some feminists out there have put. The thing is, even with feminism, there are different types of feminists. So the people who believe guys are bad, men are evil, then there are feminists who believe in equality. So I think the issue is figuring out exactly what feminism means to you.